Hi, this is Joanne with Broadcast Sunny, and I'm here to do a review of Duolingo, which is one of the language programs that I really enjoy, partially because it's free and partially because it's actually kind of fun. I do it as a game, believe it or not. So I'm learning something as well. Crazy, right? So I've been trying to learn Spanish, and one of the cool things about this is that you can play with your friends. In a sense, you compete with each other, who got the most points, which basically means who studied the most that week. And that sounds like a boring way to put it, but really it's kind of fun. So if you haven't played in a while, you start to lose strength points. I have not played in a while because I've been busy. But as you can see, I did play the other day and I caught up because you do surprisingly remember it. And these in here are lessons that I earned because you earned these lingots, and this tells you how many days you get lingots with the days. And when you get lingots, you can go into what they have is a store. Let me see. Where is that store? I click on bonus skills. All right. This is the store up here on the URL bar. It says show_store. And you can buy, I bought them both, the two different ones. This was fun, the flirting. It was, I don't know how to explain it, but it was fun to see the interpretations and the people's comments of the terms. You can also buy things like you can freeze during a time test, get more lingots, and all and a Spanish progress quiz. These you have to, except for I guess the time practice, you have to buy on a regular basis because I've bought this before and it was interesting. So it explains a lot. I like this Duolingo for schools. A lot of kids who are starting a new language in high school, I recommend this to them and their parents. So I will leave the store. Let me show you what a lesson plan looks like. We'll start with basics. I will do the first lesson. You can see it. It's really simple. Really, this is horrible, but I've never read this down here before. But I do have some Spanish background, so that is probably why. So I'll strengthen it because it's not a difficult lesson. So a practice without a timer, you have, I think this is 20, and you get 3 hearts. Let me do the practice with them. You need a speaker, yo como. You need a speaker, and it helps to have a microphone. It's more fun with the microphone. If you don't have one, it doesn't matter. So it says here, write in English. Now look, I'm going to write in Spanish, and it will tell me. Oh, this time it says I eat. Occasionally, I will write it in the same language, and they said, I think you got your languages mixed up. So I got that one wrong.
Yo bebo.
Yo bebo. So it gives you, yay, I got it right, and then it translates it. Sometimes the translation is a little bit different. It does pretty well in giving you 2 different types of translations. Then you can look at the discussion sentence, because if you have a question, this is a great way to put it in. Like here, it sounds like she is saying bevo instead of bebo, which I have to agree, but I've learned since that the B right here, the B and V sounds are closer and much softer than in Spanish than in English. So there's a lot of people, and it's really members helping each other. I have, not that I am aware of, I have never seen anyone from Duolingo post in here, which is fine, because I always get the answer that I'm looking for. He eats. This will go on, and this does it by how many. It used to do it how many you get incorrect, but
El pan.
they just recently changed it. So I'm going to try and get 3 wrong and see what happens. 1, 2.
Tú eres un niño.
Oh, so now they do it by how many you get. And if I earned 8, I can go back 8. That's pretty nice. Of course, that could take me forever to finish a lesson. My guess is then, yes. My guess is when you do a time lesson,
Tú comes.
I'll do this wrong. Why did I get a... Oh, the time starts to count down. So I'm losing time when I do it wrong.
Él bebe.
Now see, if I answer it, the time just went up. Now, if I don't answer it, the time doesn't go down, but it doesn't go up either.
Él come.
So you have to complete this before the time goes down, but you have, I'll see if I can finish it real quick. I'll up the class if it takes too long, the film.
Tú eres un hombre.
Oh, here's another thing. Eres. I don't really remember eres. So I
Eres.
had to go over it. You are. Oh, all right. So you can still... man. There we go. Oops, see, I got that wrong. I ran out of time. I want to do one to show you. Yes, I can do it, but that's okay. I don't need to. So you have the different lessons, and you can learn different bonus skills. I wish they had another one because these are fun. Let me show you. Well, actually, the flirting is I haven't done this one in a while, so don't get mad at me.
¿Eres modelo?
Oh, this says, are you a model? That just cracks me up. Eres modelo? Now I can go and flirt with someone. And this is the microphone one. I wonder if it'll work while I'm recording. Let's see. Eres modelo? Look at that, it did. Awesome. Anyway, so there's that. And you can strengthen all the skills. Sometimes I see they throw in extra one in there, but you can strengthen all the skills that you've worked on so far. And of course, you can review flashcards of what you've worked on so far. That says checkpoint pass because you get to a point that you cannot do these unless you pass this checkpoint. Although I see I can work on these two. These two will open up once I finish these two. And it goes on. There's a lot for me to still learn. And it is not just Spanish. I should mention that too. There is French, German. French and German, those are the ones I took. But French, German, Dutch, Portuguese, Italian, Irish, that would be interesting. I have no idea what that is. I know somebody's going to give me a hard time, but I have never heard of that one. Interesting. I'll have to look that up. So, I heard they're adding on new courses every so often. And it's a fun way to learn a new language, and I highly recommend it. Oh, I haven't done this one. Looked at this. Tells me all the words I know very well. I'm awesome! Oh, well, they're right. Those I don't know very well. Anyway, activity. I'll just show you the different, so you can look at it. I have no activity apparently. Discussion streams. I rarely go into this. For me, I'll go into the discussions of a particular word, and mainly to read. I don't normally post, but sometimes I do. Especially with the flirting, there were some pretty funny ones. And then that's about it. So I highly recommend you doing Duolingo. It's a fun way to learn a language, and like I said, recommend it. And even if you don't want to learn a language, I find it's fun, like a game, especially the timed ones. Let me see if I can get it. And if you get other people on board and say, I got my words in for the day, did you? And then we argue, not argue, we compete a little bit. So that's my review. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.